Hey Dreamer Please.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be looking at the new developers notes for 7 Night month in July. As you know, July is always associated with 7 nights because 7-7. So this is gonna be the overall developers notes for the entire month. Let's take a look. Hello, this is Dev Kagura. I've received the advice that many of you have given regarding the 7 Nights live streamer scope who arrived through the previous update. Not being able to achieve level 50 without purchasing packages gives you too much stress and doesn't let you enjoy the event. And that's totally true. If we release event heroes in the future, we will design the event to reward effort rather than purchases. Now this should have been the thing in the first place. I mean, I kind of mentioned this before in my previous videos, in my review videos. I said that if you really want to appeal to a larger audience of players, you should reward based on effort. Okay, if you want people to play, reward based on effort and not purchases. I mean, purchases didn't even cross my mind at that point of time, so yeah. We will continue to listen to your opinions and improve 7 Nights. Now I will introduce 3 updates for July 7 Night month in this developers note. So again, we are having 3 updates this month. The first week update of July, we're gonna have 7 Knights of Old Fai. Another special dungeon to drop materials to synthesize the last 7 Knights of Old Milia will open. Reflecting your opinions, we have removed the RNG factor on the material drop rate unlike the last time and changed it to certain so that those who play the dungeon on hard will be guaranteed a certain amount of materials. Now that's very good. I mean, we already had this for the Shooter dungeon and most recently for the Valika dungeon, which is currently going on. And yes, we have seen that change, and it's really good to know that they are carrying this over to the 7 Nights of Old dungeon as well, so we won't have to be so frustrated with the previous one, like we had to randomly get the crystal shards, right? Over here we're gonna get confirmed drops. And another thing that concerns me though is whether we need 4 millias to synthesize for 1 Fai, because that is again absolutely impossible. Hopefully they make 3, even 3 is kind of a stretch actually, to be honest, but you know, 3 is still better than 4. So if they do allow us to synthesize for 1 Fai with 3 millias, I think I'll be pretty pleased, but 4 is still, you know, almost impossible unless you decide to pull for Fai and your luck is extremely good and you end up getting millions instead. Yeah, okay, maybe that means bad luck, but I don't know. I'm just saying that if for 4 millions it's still a stretch. And also please look forward to synthesis for Agnes necklace. And there's a surprise coupon which will be released via a web view image, so please look forward to it. So again, I think right now they're trying to bring a lot of players' attention to the forum itself, which is kind of a good effort on their part, because a lot of times, you know, players who play the game don't really check all these external stuff. They just play the game and they don't participate in other events. And I think this is a nice touch from the CM side and the developer side to try to get players to, you know, look out more at notices and participate in other events, which can also give you freebies. So if you can go drop by the forum, just, you know, take part in whatever they are putting out. I think it doesn't harm you in any way, right? It just gives you more stuff to do and gives you more freebies, so it's fine, I think. And I also do like that, you know, for every event right now, every dungeon, we have something special, a new event currency, a new thing to synthesize for. Unlike previously, I mean, almost never, or rather, you know, during the part after the reboot where we had special dungeons have existed for a very long time, but they were not unique, you know, in that sense. They never gave you anything special despite being special dungeons. But now you really see the effort that they're trying to diversify all the types of items and currencies that you have, even though they're just event ones, and I think it's a nice touch. So yeah, that rounds up for this week's update. Actually, we're gonna get Fai. At this point, I'm pretty much jaded by the 7 Nights of Old drop rates, so I'm very calm. I'm not angry at all. You know, if you want to go ahead and pull for her, just be prepared to spend more than necessary, more than usual, because she is a 7 Night of Old after all, and as you know, they have a reputation. So for the third week update, which is gonna be in 2 weeks, we're gonna have Mythical Awaken Lupu. We are balancing him to be fully useful, so please look forward to him. Now in this case, they didn't talk much about his mechanics at all. Not sure if he's gonna get a special effect like Suda, but we'll see. Also, there will be changes in Guild Dungeon in July. Starting with the previous Castle Rush remake, we are working on improving PvE content that you no longer enjoy. When I first read this, I actually laughed so bad because they actually know that we no longer enjoy PvE contents. I mean, which developer actually says that? But yeah, they did just outrightly put it there. We are working on improving PvE contents that you no longer enjoyed. We consider Castle Rush to have been decently improved through balancing and hero remakes in June. Yes, it's a little bit more playable. So we have chosen the Guild Dungeon, which many guilds are enjoying, as the next target. Now this again kind of conflicts with this, but okay, I'll just leave it. A new territory will be added, so we're gonna think World 9 as well, and overall difficulty will be adjusted. Rewards will also be made more attractive than before. Yes, finally! This has been something that we have been saying since the reboot or even before the reboot, and things are finally being done. It's about 7 months, okay, or even more, 9 months. And besides, we are preparing other updates, including the addition of new Hero Sanctum categories. Now this is not really gonna be a big impact on the meta, I would say, because I think a lot of players don't even have the capacity, the resources to complete Hero Sanctums now. So I mean, if they expand it based on what we have now, it's okay, it won't affect much. If they come out with new ones, we'll have to see what those new ones include, then we can decide whether they're worth going for anyway, right? And finally, for the final update in July, it's a grand 77-day carnival, so it's a web event. Again, as I said, they're trying to bring players over to the forum as well, so it's more, you know, not just focusing on in-game grinding. Even if you can do things in-game, they want you to also participate in other things that are outside of the game, which is kind of fresh actually. I haven't really seen any other games do that too often, so it's okay, it's nice. And this will begin from July to all the way to the 5th anniversary, which is in October. So 77 days actually, it's about 2 months. So we're gonna have 2 months worth of content and another 17 days or so, which is actually gonna end in September. So there's actually a 1 month gap to the 5th anniversary. I'm not sure how this calculation is done, but okay. A punch machine, popping balloons, gathering darts, and a variety of other events will be held. I hope we get plenty of rewards through this. So it's kind of like a carnival, a lot of events. Not sure how they're gonna do this, honestly. Maybe just, you know, go onto the forum, key in an answer, choose an option, and maybe that's about it. Not too sure. Furthermore, Mr. Armor, a new pet which is related to Platin, will be released, and 2 of the 4 lots who are not being used currently will be revamped. So as we know, Platin's pet, Mr. Armor, was already teased in the 7 Night July picture. If you guys haven't seen the picture, it's actually here. Yeah, here. So this thing. This thing is Platin's pet, and we also see Fai and Mythical Weekend Reboot here. So this is the remake they are talking about. 2 4 lots, which is clearly Rin and Ace. Ace has actually gotten his 2nd remake since Death Kagura took over. Okay, so initially he didn't have the crit rate and crit damage increase, so they gave that to him. He has been used in PvE teams. He's actually very good for Velika teams, and as well as Heavenly Stairs. He's also good in Heavenly Stairs, so I'm not sure why they want to remake him at this point, but it is what it is. And what else do we have? Also, a new event territory will be added. The biggest feature of the event territory is that its content has been developed so that it can be carried out during the week without updates. So far, there have been many opinions that there is too little to enjoy during the bi-week updates, but we decided that it wasn't necessary to have more frequent updates. Instead, we will add events that can begin without requiring an update. You can collect special number cards in the event territory. You will be able to trade them for rewards in various ways, and if you have leftovers or not enough cards, you can trade them with your you can trade them with your guild members. Now this is super cool, like it's very different. I like this freshness that he's trying to put out. And yes, if you guys have been watching my videos, you know how much I'm a huge supporter of event areas, event dungeons. Remember the winter story dungeon we had in December last time? It was so well done, right? There was a story, there was a event shop, you can get all these coins and then you trade in for costumes, Evan's costume I believe, and then you also trade in for all sorts of other resources, which is something that was really fun. And it came every 3-4 days you open a new area. Yeah, so that's really something that I was looking forward to, and I'm glad he is acknowledging that finally and putting it out here. I hope it goes that way. Of course they can change it in any way, but you know, the fact that an event territory and event dungeon is being developed for the game, and it lets you do something, it lets you do some missions or collect some resources and trade them in the event shop maybe during non-update weeks is really nice. And so what I feel is that, you know, overall, even though all the immediate PvE mode like world boss, smart mode flaws, whatever, you know, all these have been at the top of players' priority, but even though all these have been taken out, I think they are trying to put in more events, limited time things, you know, resource gathering things for players to get and to make the best out of that period of time. So I mean, in no way has there been any sign that this is a pay to win. And I mean, if events are paid, that will be so bull crap, okay? But I don't think these are paid stuff, so it's just more things for players to do, which I will definitely welcome, because the game definitely lacks some form of content. And I think in his previous developers notes, okay, before people voted for the hero collection thing, he actually mentioned a few new plans that they have. This thing, future content choices. Yeah, here. So there's a raid remake. I think it's not yet developed and not yet existent in the game. He says that he wants raid to be involving friends and guild members, which is kind of a very old raid system if you started from the past, okay? So currently we are just having level ups, which is okay. And then he also wants to bring back Celestial Tower. I don't really see Celestial Tower as a new mode, because you have Heavenly Stairs, which is kind of like Celestial Tower but also slightly different, because Heavenly Stairs has a lot of variation involved. Celestial Tower is kind of like a one-time clear. Once you clear it, you get the reward and you move upwards, right? And yeah, so he wants to bring that back, but I'm not sure where that will be placed. And then we have Labyrinth. Now Labyrinth is something that I voted for personally, and I really want to see this. So if you guys want more modes, please vote for Labyrinth again if this voting thing comes up, because I think Labyrinth will be so fun. We have had games with Labyrinth, like I know you guys know about Epic 7, in AFK Arena there's also a Labyrinth, and these Labyrinths are all very different, okay, but they're all called Labyrinths. But the idea of a Labyrinth is that they let you, you know, wander through and defeat different monsters and collect different rewards based on how you navigate through your path. And basically this is what they're trying to say as well. So the idea of the Labyrinth is something that I really enjoy, and it really makes gameplays different each time. It should make things different each time. So, you know, hopefully this will be the next thing they are going to work on. And so to me, I'm actually very happy for all these changes. Aside from not being able to get the 7 Knights of Old, of course, but that's another thing altogether. And you know, eventually, I mean everything eventually in any gacha game, eventually any hero will become accessible. It's just a matter of time, like how they are just giving out Galidus in the jumping check-in as well. So if we wait long enough, you will get the Milia. I think she will still be strong, and yeah, basically that's what I think for so far reading this and all, you know. And this is just my point of view. So I know some players are just really frustrated by the whole game, and I totally understand where you come from, okay? Not that, you know, I'm trying to sell the game, not that I'm trying to get better things out of Seven Knights, because I don't get anything better from them. Okay, I'm really just telling you guys my point of view, and if you guys do find that there's a lot of things that need to be cleared up for the game, feel free to leave them in the comments. Feel free to go to the Seven Knight forum to voice all these out, because I'm pretty sure he is reading, right? Otherwise he won't remove the RNG factor, he won't be acknowledging all these issues to begin with. So I'm pretty sure he is reading, so feel free to go put your opinions on the forum and all across in every possible avenue. Okay, so that's all I have for this video. I hope it clears things up, and hopefully you look forward to the month of July as well for Seven Knights. Stay tuned for more videos. Thank you so much and see you.